Good morning. I don't normally come on a Fridays on YouTube, but I thought I've got to make some comments on some of the messages someone sent me yesterday about the grooming gangs. I've got tons and tons of messages that I forgot certain things about the whole stuff. And of course, the Rochdale, it says here, this is on GB News, Rochdale grooming gang member says prosecution hearing was racist. I told you, as he faces deportation to Pakistan. This is the bloke, a 51-year-old Pakistani man, says the allegations made against him were a laughing matter, even though he was found guilty in court of sexual whatever. And he said the 15-year-old that he was accused of, they were in a proper relationship, and he can't be deported because his son needs a role model. Well, you couldn't make it up, could you, eh? This is the world we live in, and people are doing nothing about it. They're more interested in other stuff. Talking of racism, Gary Lineker, that well-known self-licking ice cream goal hanger, as I used to call him. I always used to make me laugh when Mike Osmond used to do an impression of that trainer. Mike, what was his name? Mike Shannon. I think Lineker is the best player. Anyway, Gary Lineker, who promotes health and fitness but sells crisps, he's going on about how he faced racism. I saw that in the papers this morning. I pissed myself. And he was on the picket line with the train workers. Of course he is. You don't need a train when you earn that much money, and the BBC send a car for you all over the place. But Gary Lineker is a bit of a lefty, and he's probably out shopping to get all those refugees he's put up in his house. Well, there you go. Good luck for you. Talking of all things up north, I see that Oliver Dowden has resigned because of the two by-election defeats. Well, to be honest with you, I didn't think Oliver Dowden was right for the job in the first place. I thought he was on borrowed time in there. He's a bit too... The chairman needs to get in there and have a bit of punch. They should have Mike Penning. He'll sort them out. He's got a face like a robber's dog and is twice as nasty. He's a brilliant politician, and he's twiddling his thumbs at the moment. Get in there and be chairman, Mike. Put your name in the hat. Anyway, let's have a look at these by-election results, which makes me laugh. Because Boris bashing now. That Anne Diamond, she's still on there this month. She looks as if she's been getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning for a while now as well. Wakefield, they got beat. The Labour people won that. And it made me like the Lib Dems bit on the graph looked like a little line on a COVID testing thing. They got nothing. There's no Lib Dems in Wakefield. And I think the Labour Party won by, I don't know, 3,000 votes or something. I'm not sure, don't quote me on it. But I had a little look, and there's 11,000 people live in Wakefield with English not as their first language. I'm not saying that should make any difference at all. Let's have a look at Tiverton and Hoverton, where English is their first language, but no one outside of that area can understand them. And the Lib Dems have gone through the roof there, and the Labour Party is a little thin red line there. And so is it a thing for Boris to resign? Absolutely not. You stay out there in Rwanda and go and have a cup of tea with the Prince of Wales. A couple of other things to talk about. I've noticed today that people are talking about Netflix and what's happening with Netflix. Well, I have some interest in this, being owning a streaming company. I like Netflix, and I do like Netflix. I think it's good. The reason it struggles is because we eat up stuff. And they put so much stuff on there you don't watch. How many times have you sat there with the clicker in your hand going, you seen that? Say to the missus, because you watch different things. You seen that? Yeah, we've seen that. Have you seen this one? What about that? Don't fancy that. You seen this one? Do you want to watch this? No, that's a chick flick. There's so much on there, you're spoilt for choice. It'd be nice if you go to the History Channel, you know you're going to see history on there. If you go to Food Channel, it's all about food. These are called what we call niche programs. Well, if you go to Ustreme, what you will see on there are things related to me and what I laugh at and what Freddie Starr laughs at and what Jethro did. All these things that you used to get that you can't see on television anymore. You can see most of the Netflix things all over the place unless it's a Netflix original. But all of our stuff is for niche. It's very niche. Laugh like you used to do. And that's why I think we are succeeding and doing very well, and Netflix are dropping and dropping and dropping. I think the way forward is streaming TV companies, and you'll soon be able to see us on the television. We're working very hard to get that right. The last thing we want to do is to go on the television and spend hundreds of thousands of pounds to do that, and you press it and it goes, we don't want any of that. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming along. Have a look. If you want to have a look at something, go to Ustreme.News. It's a website. It's not the streaming channel. If you don't want to subscribe, I understand money's tight. But, you know, I was thinking the other day, Sky Television here, I'm paying 39 quid a month. And most of it is shit you don't want to watch, with respect to Sky Television. But, you know, on my channel, it's got all the things that people would like to see, and there's no, you know, no wokes, no snowflakes, no bullshit. It's all there for you. £3.99, I think, plus VAT or something. I don't know. £4.99. Anyway, talking of TV programs, I'm on Dan Wootton on the 28th. I don't know what day that is. Anyway, I'm on the Dan Wootton show on the 28th at about 9:45, talking about God knows what. He just wants me near him. Bless him. He's a great bloke. Righto, folks. So take care of yourselves. And I'll see you all next Tuesday when I gob off again on Ustream. Bye-bye.
This is from Ben Robinson from Burton-upon-Trent. All right. Now, Ben says, should Speedo budgie smugglers' swimming pants be banned? Do you remember the Speedos?
Yeah.
The Speedos, the little tight ones.
I can't wear them because as you get older, my balls get like bigger than my knob. I'm speaking the truth, right? I mean,
ladies and gentlemen, refunds are available.
it kind of come out the sides like Bruce Jenner. And then
you can only get one in at a time.
Like Bruce Jenner, like transitioning. I don't know. Sorry. That's bad. But I'm just saying.
It's not as bad as what Jim told me before we come on, when he was saying that he wore his Speedos to the swimming pool and he couldn't understand why everyone was staring at him, and then he realised that the S had fell off.
It's weird though, isn't it?
Yeah, they're getting it now.
Yeah, it took a while.
I suppose the idea of having the Speedos is to show all the tackle, the old free piece off. And my mate didn't have a great deal of free piece, and he was a bit worried that the girls weren't looking at him on the beach. So he went and spoke to his pal, and his pal said, "You know what you want to do, my son? I'll tell you what you want to do. Don't you worry about that." He said, "Go to the butcher's and get some liver sausage." And he said, "Stick that down your Speedos. The girls love it." So the next day he saw it. He said, "I did it. How'd you get on?" He said, "Well, all the girls were being sick." He said, "You did put it down the front here, Trunks, didn't you?"
Justin.
I just want to go back to Michael's because when he said the balls are bigger than his knob, I pictured a hairy space hopper that's only got one handle.
I remember before I was doing a gig, and this bloke went to me, "Oh, Dan, let's get a photo." And his mates were laughing, and I didn't have a clue what he was doing. And he'd literally done that trick. I don't know whether you've seen it done before. You know when some people just get their bollocks out and they just put it. And when I looked at the photo back, it's just me with this bloke stood there, fully dressed with just a pair of bollocks, airy balls, hanging out the bottom. I just thought, brilliant, what a great trick that is.
But you didn't have to teabag him, did you?
Well, no, I didn't. But you know, the things you do for money these days, mate, especially after COVID.
Can you not imagine what my day has been like with this lot? I don't think I've ever been so aroused, to be honest. It's an absolute nightmare.
But balls are horrible, aren't
They breathe, man.
they? They breathe.
They breathe. You know what they go out? They go.
They
You ever watched them? Like, if you lay in the bath for like a long time, really still.
What type of balls have you got?
He's got very expressive balls, hasn't he?
Talking balls. And they're made out of elbow skin, aren't they?
There are 6 men up here, and I can safely say, Michael, it's only you.
Yeah. No, they do. They breathe. They move.